Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeSean Jackson.
DeSean Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll throw right away. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
Mayfield's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one thrown downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
33-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, look at the juke. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Here we go. Point it right. Check 59. I'm coming. 59's Mike. Check 59.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, his throw incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, we're 33. Hey, come on, 57. Mike, 57.
And again, it's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Carry on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Browns nothing.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Nate Gary. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. A successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working from the gun, Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 35.
Woo, yeah!
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he's able to put it through.
The score, Eagles 14, Browns nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Push him back. Push him back. 47's the mic.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That one is caught by Hunt. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Gain on the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Intercepted by the
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
He's across
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's get it.
Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Browns drive about to get started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
It's a gain of 35.
1st down, Eagles.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Goodwin.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go. Mike, check. 59. Check three. Let's go. Great. 59.
From the 35 on second down. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And
talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 20. Five seconds to go here in half number 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
57's the mic. Watch 57. It's our time. It's our time.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and short.
3rd down. And 3 yards to go.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Eagles 28, Browns nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Eric Reed
It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's a strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. Mayfield now. Buying time to his left. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Seibert's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 35-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey. 50 the mic. 50 the mic. Coming. Great 15. Great 15. Let's find 3.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st down, Eagles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. Mike's 50. Here we go.
To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Throwing, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll come out in the pistol. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Watch 81, watch 81. Kings. Big time drive. Let's go, boys, let's go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And 8 at the 7-yard line.
Second and 8 coming up.
All day, just like that, just like that. Check 13, check 13.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Are you getting great. Check.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Denzel Ward.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second down now, it's Sanders. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First down, Philadelphia.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Quick the edge. Come.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Strong run. Hey, I'm coming.
Now Sanders. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to give a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Wentz to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz.
1st and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Wentz will keep it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jake Elliott on.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense, and what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, It's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.